Hello, everybody. It's the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, aka Pookie, Mr. LBN Kane with the game, and today we're here to talk about this situation. Welcome to Storytime. Now, usually I don't have an intro for these types of things, but due to the fact that I do what I want, I say what I want, I do as I please, nobody's gonna do a thing to me, but that's not that kind of party. You see, today we're here to tell the story of me getting arrested. Kane, you got arrested before? Yeah. And the reason why I did all of that is due to the fact that I am a great kid. I'm a good kid that did have good grades in school. And due to the fact that I am slow, I take things a little bit differently. I looked at things in a totally different perspective. Yeah. I'm slow. I'm retarded. I wasn't special ed. I did have 3 teachers. So I take things a little bit differently. I never lived the street life. I never lived the trenches life. I never had that hood mentality. That wasn't my style. But due to the fact that I am slow, I take things a little bit differently. I looked at things in a totally different perspective. So as a good kid, what you think I did? What you think I did? I hung out with the wrong crowd. That's a fact. I hung out with the wrong crowd and it got me arrested. So I take full accountability because as a good kid, as a great kid, as an amazing kid, I should have knew better. So it all started out in 10th grade. I had just came back from a vacation. I had just left Charlotte, North Carolina to go back to my hometown of Brooklyn, New York. I went back to high school. Everybody was calling me fat because before then I was skinny. But after my vacation, when I came back, I was fat. Facts. Everybody was calling me fat. I felt ashamed. Just for that, I needed to lose weight. So I began hanging out with the cool kids. I was hanging out with them the year prior. But this year, I don't know what went wrong. I just decided to say, hey, you know what? Forget the education. I want to hang out with you guys. They were fly. They were flexing up, doing the things that they love to do. They were those niggas. Yeah, I was glazing them. I wanted to be like them. Because a little fun fact, well, this is not fun. This is actually sad. I was one of those niggas. Them fly niggas. But I always wanted fast money. I always wanted fast money. So I did a little business on the side with a little somebody, somebody that I was cool with. And my dumbass gave them my Nike Tech sweater. This was a very big thing at the time. Nike Tech sweaters were the thing. You understand me? I gave him my Nike Tech sweater. And I gave him my Jordans. And this man wore them. Now, originally, I thought it was going to get me money, but I got nothing out of that. And I looked like a fool. I looked like the damn fool. My mother beating me up. My aunt beating me up. My sister and my brother didn't even look at me the same. I said, damn, why am I so stupid? But that's a story for another day. So it all led up to me wanting to hang out with these guys and be like these guys and wear the same clothes as these guys. So previously, when I said, I don't know why I did that, that was the reason. It's all coming back to me now. That was the reason. because my dumbass wanted fast money, and my dumbass gave away my Nike Tech and those Jordans that were popping, that were very, very, very popping at the time. I gave them away to somebody that I thought that was going to do business. But in all actuality, I got finessed. Not robbed, finessed. That was my dumbass. You understand me? So looking at that situation, I wanted those Jordans. I wanted that Nike Tech. I wanted more out of life. So I hung out with the cool kids. I started to go to after school with them. I was playing basketball with them. The only problem was I had curfew. I was one of those dudes. I had them African mothers that told me, hey, son, you got to be home before this time. You understand me? But you know me, sometimes I would come late, as late as like 6 o'clock. And my parents would be pressing me. Well, not my parents. Well, I could say my mother, my grandmother, and my aunt, because my pops wasn't there. So the people that I was living with were my mother, my aunt, and my grandmother. And when I did come late, they would press me. I was playing basketball with these guys. I was going to their cribs. I was doing a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, I was eating with these dudes. I was smoking for the first time with these dudes. I wanted to be like them, because that whole situation with me taking off my Jordans and my Nike sweater and giving it to a guy that I thought that I did business with, it stressed me out. So I said, you know what? The only way for me to get a new Nike sweater, to get a new Jordans, to get all the clothes that were popping, I needed to get fast money with these guys. So I had to do business with them guys. You understand me? I had to do it the fast way. I wanted to be like them. I was cutting classes with these guys. Yeah. I was cutting classes. I even cut school because I wanted to be like these guys. Because I was slow and I was retarded just like these guys. I was in their houses. I was smoking with them. Only problem was I didn't get the same females with them because I only attracted 2. Do your homework on Loverboy. So, out of all them days, I wanted to go all them places with these guys. It damn near cost me. I ain't gonna lie. I used to go to Target one of them days. I used to go to Target. You know Target, the big supermarket. It was in front of my school. And I used to go in them places and I used to steal. But I wasn't stealing anything. I was stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards that one day. I was stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was stealing a basketball. I was going crazy. I was out of my mind. Yeah. I was going to Target going crazy. I wanted to be like these guys. It was crazy, you know? It was crazy. And I kept going to Target. One time after the other. One time after the other. Bullshitting. Stealing. Window shopping. Stealing. Stealing. I ain't gonna lie. 14-year-old me was bugging. And it took for this one moment, this one incident, the one night that damn near changed my life. I said, oh, sweet baby Jesus. Not me. Could never be me. So it all started when I was in my man's crib. I was chilling, and I get a text from my other friend with his other friend in Target. He tells me, hey, yo. I said, what's the word? He said, what you doing? I said, nothing. I'm just chilling with my friend. He tells me, hey, pull up on me. I'm in Target. I said, okay. At the time, I wasn't thinking of nothing. You understand me? My spirit was telling me stay in the crib. But me being slow and retarded, I decided to go anyways. So I tell my friend, and he's basically telling me stay in the crib. And I tell him, hey, it's not even that serious. I'm about to pull up on him right now. So I had the red North Face book bag. And I pull up to Target by myself and I meet two of my friends. So he's telling me, hey, remember that time last year when we were in Target? You were stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards? You put them in your backpack and you were successful? I said, yeah, why? He says, can you do me a favor? I said, yeah. He says, can you do it again? But this time, we're going to switch book bags. Now, I just told y'all I had a red North Face book bag. He had a blue Jansport book bag. We switch. We on the second floor. We take the escalator to the third floor. And that's where I began to get busy. I was stealing. I was taking everything. I put everything in my book bag that wasn't even mine. I took the Hot Wheel cars. I took the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I wasn't playing around. I seen a stud, this little light skin. At the time, I'm not really thinking of nothing. I'm thinking she a shopper. I see her from the corner of my eye. But again, I'm thinking she's a citizen. She's a civilian. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm still getting busy. I'm still putting everything in my book bag. I'm getting everything together. So after I put everything in the book bag that wasn't even mine, I linked up with the two friends. I tell them, yo, we out. We take the escalator downstairs to the second floor to the entrance to the parking lot, where it takes us all the way downstairs so that we could be officially out of there. Mind you, I did this the year prior, twice, and I was successful. So this time, I feel something in my spirit, and my spirit gave me this gut feeling, and something wasn't really right. So as we're going to that entrance to the parking lot, I'm thinking everything is successful. So next thing you know, I feel my arms being forced down to my back. My two arms being forced down to my back. And I'm like, hey, yo, who's doing this to me? And this person is taking me to the room. So I turned my head back and I said, oh my God, it's the same light-skinned stud that I just seen in the third floor. She's doing this to me. She's bringing me into the room. And as I turn my head back, I see two of my friends. One of them got my book bag. They ran on me. I said, damn. So I go in the room. They're asking me questions. I'm telling them I don't know. But what I do know for sure is that, yeah, I was stealing. I was doing the dirty work. I was the only person. I'm in a room by myself and they're asking me questions. They're telling me, who should I call? Now, due to the fact that I have African family that I am scared of, I tell them, call the other people, call the pastors that I knew in church, call them and tell them to get me out of this situation. Tell my pastors to get me out of that situation. And yeah, I was going to church. I knew them. You know what this one person told me? He told me, you were stealing. Yeah, he told me, you're stealing. And you know what it says in the Bible? It says, thou shalt not steal. I said, damn. So they weren't answering. So after much investigation, I fell asleep and I thought it was a dream. And when I woke right back up, it wasn't a dream. It was still reality. I'm still handcuffed. My hand is turning purple. So after much investigation, they take me in. They put handcuffs on me, both of them. They put me downstairs. Mind you, I didn't have nothing to eat. I have nothing to drink. I'm just suffering. So I'm handcuffed. They took me in. We're going to the first floor. Mind you, this was all in the second floor. They take me down to the first floor. And they put me in that cop car. And I met a white man and a black woman that were cops. And they take me in. I'm in that cop car. I said, damn. Not me. So originally, they weren't going to take me to the precinct. They were going to stop at a random block. They were going to take me out. They were going to unhandcuff me. And they were just going to let me go. And that way, I was going to go to my man's crib with my homie's book bag. But due to the fact that I am slow and retarded, I tell them, nah, just take me to my mother's house. Yeah, I was that type of slow. So they did. They take me to my mother's house. Mind you, my mother was living in Charlotte, North Carolina with her pops. So who was I living with? My grandmother and my aunt. And when they took me to my mother's house, the first person I see was my grandmother, my aunt, my sister, my brother, and they're all horrified. They're terrified. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. The atrocity, it was blasphemous. My grandmother tells me, are you serious? Are you mad? Are you stupid? At first, she was angry. She was gripping my shirt. I'm standing there still handcuffed, not doing a thing. My aunt was horrified. She was pissed. She did the same thing. She says, nah, we're going to tell your mother. We're going to tell your mother that was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I said, all right, bet. And they telling me, are you stupid? Are you mad? Don't you know that they could take you away to jail? You dumb motherfucker. And I said, yeah. So after that conversation, they both left. The cops left. I'm sitting there in shock, not really saying a word. And I'm talking to my mother. And she's telling me, you dumb motherfucker, so you don't know how to do crime and not get caught? How you get caught with another person's book bag, you dumb motherfucker? 2 days later, I get to school and I meet up with my friend that I was just with in the crib before I left Target. And he tells me, you should have stayed in the crib with me.